Hi everyone. I'm going to analyze one of the good game from our 50th ICA prize money tournament. This game was played between Avnip and Shamith. It is one of the dangerous tactical game actually. So I appreciate both of them for their good effort in this game. Actually, both of them played really well here. So let's start see the game. Here, Avnip was playing with white pieces and Shamith black pieces. Avnip started e4, then e6 by Shamit, which is known as French defense. So Shamit has actually good preparation in French defense. I have seen several times he is playing in the tournament. Apnip replied d4, which is the main move of French defense. Then d5, the e5. This is the main line actually, advanced variation you can say. Or in this position, if white goes for pawn capturing, this is called exchange variation of French defense. If you take this one, this is French defense exchange variation. If you don't take, if you just push the pawn, then it is the main line or advanced variation you can say. Then c5. So here in the French defense, intentionally actually black is allowing white's pawn in his territory, but at the same time, by the help of pawn break, black is trying to control the center. So for that reason, it is equal here, and it is one of the nice opening, very interesting opening. So Abnip was playing c3, which is another good move, and Abnip was trying to maintain his pawn structure. You can see here. Now Shamit and c6, good move, and f3, queen b6. Actually, this is the one of the main line here. So here in the French defense, most of the time black is putting some pressure on the d4 pawn here, with so many attackers here. Even in such game, I have seen that black is putting like that, and e7 and f5, and putting pressure again here. So this is the one of the good strategy of French defense actually. Now white replied bishop e2. Okay, it is good move. Then bishop d7, just developing their pieces. Short castle, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, a6. a6 you can play, but it is not that much active move actually. So here black replied a6. Okay, it can be allowed here. Queen b3, which is actually mistake move here by white. Why queen b3 is mistake move? After capturing the queen, which is played in the game actually, we can see there is one permanent weakness on the board. Just look at this square, b4 square. Now black's any pieces can sit on this square without any hesitation here, because there is no pawn to deflect the piece from the b4 square. So it is called means permanent weakness or long-term weakness you can say. Now black played nb4, which is dubious move. Actually black was little bit rushing here. The correct way to play bishop b4 and then nge7. That is the correct way. You know black cannot play nh6, then it can be captured by the bishop here, and then there will be double pawn. You can just see that nh6, which is not good here, and here it will be double pawn. It is equal, but black has little bit disadvantage. Or black cannot play immediately this one, then bishop diagonal will be blocked here. So for that reason black has to play bishop b4 first, and then nge7, and it could have been very nice consolidation from black side here, and black will be having some advantage on the board here. It is a little bit positional advantage you can say. Here black was rushing, so after capturing the queen, black was playing nb4, which is a little bit dubious move here. Then bishop d2 played by white here. So white is just developing the piece, or maybe in future, according to the position, white will be capturing the knight here, and then this kind of developments are available here. Now it is equal here. nc6, the knight is going back. Here black is breaking one principle here. Last time also I said this principle. You can remember that don't move your pieces twice in the opening without any good reason. If you have very good reason, then only you can move your pieces twice in the opening. Otherwise it will be waste of time. And in the opening, your development is very important. Your each and every moves are very important in the opening, so you have to take care about that. Now n c6, bishop b4. Still the game is equal here. At last moment, it is called correction in chess. So black was correcting the position here by going back and bishop b4. Okay, it is okay, no problem. Now nb5, which is fast recommendation by the computer. nb5, actually it is very nice tactical move played by Avnip here. Now you can see that there is one nice knight fork coming. If this bishop moves from this diagonal, then this will be one nice outpost square for the knight here, and it will be a very nice winning position for white here, and this is one of the dominant knight will be created on the board here. Here the correct move for black is rook b8. Just avoid this knight fork, and then if white capture the bishop, so black has knight to take it back. It is equal here, actually it is equal here, but here black was not that much careful, I think. So after nb5, black played rook to c8. Rook to c8 is the blunder move here. Now white got some opportunity here. Bishop takes bishop, which is fast recommendation here. Now you can see that this one cannot be taken by the knight here. If black takes this one with his knight here, then n d6, there is nice knight fork, and you can see this is dominant knight on the outpost square. For that reason, black cannot take the bishop. So here black is forced to take the knight to make the material equal here. But still white has very nice winning advantage, which is plus 2.1 here. Why white has very nice winning advantage? Try to understand that. You can see some dark square weaknesses are created on the board. Bishop is getting one outpost square. It can disturb black a lot here. You can see that. At the same time, white is getting one open file for his rook. This rook can come to this open file. There are huge space advantage, and you can see one more attacking point, b5. For these all reasons, white has a nice advantage here. So let's see the continuation of the game. White played bishop d6, which is fast recommendation, just making the position strong, which is called consolidation in chess. So you need some patience. Don't be greedy. Don't try to do very quickly something here when your position is not strong. Now n e7, nc e7 is a very passive move. Actually, it is mistake move actually here. So here better was to play b4. At least try to fight well here. But n e7, why it is mistake? Now black has some good pressure on this b7. You can see that because knight is not here. So white can play rook a7 and trying to attack on the pawn here. So after that there will be two attacking points, this one and this one. But here white played rook fc1. I cannot say it is wrong move, but it is okay. Why? Because it is the nice time to exchange the rook here, because you know in this position white's two rooks are means active here, but you can see black's this rook is passive, only this rook is active. So if you exchange your exchange this active rook here, it will be very good position for white here. So here let's see what happened. So black played bishop c6, trying to defend everything here like that, and trying to avoid the exchange here, trying to consolidate the position here actually. Now white rook c5, immediately increasing the attackers on this pawn. King e7, sorry, king d7, which is not that much strong here actually. So bishop takes pawn, rook takes bishop. Now white has one pawn extra here, and at the same time this pawn is very weak, so black will be losing this pawn. Now king c6, rook c5 check, king b6, and here rook ac1. So rook ac1 means doubling. So white is telling that I'm not going to capture your rook. So you just capture my rook, then I will consolidate my position here. So black capture, then rook takes c5. Actually better was to capture with the bishop. That is the better option here. So rook takes c5, n c6, trying to set up the position. Here n g5. That is the blunder here. Now this game is completely equal. Before that, white had 4 advantage actually, 4 advantage, 4.05 advantage here according to the computer here. But it is very difficult to figure out the best move here. Here you can see that if you give time to black, then immediately black will be playing an h6 and black will be bringing the rook on the game, and it will be equal game. So you have to take some initiative. So what is the initiative here? There is only one correct move for winning, and that is b4. And I don't think it is very easy for advanced level student also. It is very difficult move. It looks like that black is giving this, white is giving this pawn free of cost here. Actually not like that. If black take this pawn here, then white has very nice move, rook c8, which is permanent weakness here. You can see that there is pin, and this rook cannot move from this file, this knight cannot move from this file. The two pieces are wasted here, and easily white can win the match. Here white has 7.6 advantage here. So for that reason, b4 is one of the good move. If black doesn't capture, then if black doesn't capture, then white can take some initiative by playing b5, by deflecting the knight. Again, it can be achieved here, or rook can go to the c7 square for the fighting here. This is the winning opportunity here actually for white. So here, instead of playing this move, white played ng5, which is blunder move. Now n h6, black is now completely comfortable in this position. After a long time, black is taking breath, black is breathing in the game actually. Black is coming out with his rook, black's knight is active, this knight is active, everything is okay, fine. The game is equal here. Now h3. So I don't know why white is giving this pawn actually. So it is better to save the pawn by coming back, or come rook c1 like that. So here n takes d4, still it is equal, rook c7. Now putting some pressure on this f7 pawn here. Now there are so many correct move for black actually. One is nb5 to create some nice create one fork here. Then rook a8 is also fine move here. Now let's see what was happened here. nb5, yeah, knight fork here. Then rook e7, try to save the rook here and at the same time attacking on the pawn. Now here n takes d6, pawn takes d6. Again it is equal, and here is the blunder. It is now very easy to make draw. Just black need to play king c6 to capture the pass pawn. You know, it can be very dangerous for him. So if suppose if white play this one, then it is not good. Why? Then rook d8, and black will be able to capture this pawn. It will be draw match after that. Nothing is special for white here. It is completely draw match here. uh, so here let's go back. So here, instead of playing this move, black played this one, and now there are huge weakness on the board. Where is the weakness? This one. This is the strength here, this is the weakness here, you can see that. So the whole pawn structure is getting collapsed here, and at the same time pass pawn is the threatening here. And takes e6, correct move, and f5 attacking on the rook, rook c7. Rook c7 is actually not that much good move. Here white has very nice move, which is a little bit difficult actually for both for white here actually. What is the difficult move? N takes g7. Let it be hanging. You want to capture my rook. If you capture my rook, I have very easily winning position here. And next move, you cannot stop my promotion. And if you try to stop my promotion, you have to give me your rook. Then easily winning here. That is, but you know, it is rapid tournament, so it is very difficult for them to figure out this kind of good moves. They deserve to play this kind of good moves, but our time is less here actually. After f6 and takes e6 and f5, now rook c7 and takes d6, rook takes g7, rook d8 and f4, king c5, rook takes h7, and rook h5. These are the continuation, but here white has very nice advantage. I want to show you one of the good move by white here, which is g4. Why? White is trying to attack on this pawn. You can see that in the end game. So if white is able to capture this pawn, then it is very good advantage. For that reason, white played g4, rook takes b7, b2, and then there is nice knight fork here. You can see that. After that, black lost the game, but both of them played really well actually here. Both of them have very good tactical sense here. So if they practice puzzles more at home, the tactical ideas will be increasing in their mind. I am very happy to see this game actually, this quality of this game. I hope everybody you have learned something from this game. Bye everyone.